Age of Mythology Retold is one of the most cozy games no one plays. In this video, I'm going to show you all the various features that make it cozy, playable, and most importantly, a lot of fun. In fact, since this recent, well, that's not as recent, but somewhat recent update, where they gave you the option to change the AI's personality, you are able to customize the game and play it in ways that may have not been intended when it was originally created so long ago. And that is disabling the AI entirely and turning it into a city builder. And then the best part, which if you stay tuned towards the later end of this video, you get to see what photo mode and some of the other aspects that make this game a lot of fun. So stay tuned. This is one of the most cozy games I've been playing lately, and it's not even how you're supposed to play it. If you're wondering why I'm not really doing anything right now, it's because I disabled the AI, which is a great feature that they've added to this game that essentially allows me to play without having to worry about this. As you can see, you got a bunch of different players or AI that aren't just, they're just standing around. They're not doing anything. Which gives me all the time in the world to play the way I want to and build the base or city the way I want to. There's just so much, it's just so nice to not really have to deal with a bunch of enemies constantly attacking you in the game. And they effectively allow you to turn this into a city builder without having to deal with any annoying attacks. If after this, I'm gonna show you some of the cozy features about this. Honestly, I think I put more time into the no AI mode since I've started, or since this update has come out. The no AI is just a lot of fun, because I can just sit around here doing this. I'm trying to find a good spot where I would like this. I think, and if you're wondering why I'm being very picky, I'll show you. Let's get these cows out of here. This Miku hero unit that you get generates favor, and it is dependent on where you place it. So if I place it right there, see all those trees? Those are going to be converted to sakura or cherry trees, I think is what they're called, and that generates you favor. Yeah, okay, I opened that, so she can come out here. I think I want to put that one out there. We're gonna build. Okay, so that's generating some more there, and I don't really have to worry about the amount of resources that are going to other stuff. And I'm debating. You know what? Normally I put it up against the wall, but I'm thinking maybe I'll put the temple somewhere not so. Maybe like here? Yeah, I'll place that there. You also need to build houses to increase your population, which it's not really that big of a thing to worry about. One of the things that I've done is add a mod, which you can do through the in-game menus, that allows me to increase the limit of how much stuff is able to be built, for when it comes to buildings, because each one has their own little limit and it will vary. So let's put that there. Now we can upgrade. So if we upgrade, you have different benefits. I'm going to pick this one because of the favor generation, which will increase that, how much I get. If you hover over each one of the resources, it'll tell you how much that respective resource is gaining per minute, approximately. So, very good indicator. And as you can see, this is what I meant. Now, this one only has a limited amount of cherry trees, like the amount of resources that you get per cherry tree. Another mod I installed increases the tree amount to 400,000 and the gold mines to, I believe that's 6 million, it looks like. But the gold mines, they will not run, they will not drain, whereas the trees will. So if you look at this tree, that's slowly going down. It will take a long time for those resources to fully deplete, but overall it's just a lot of fun to not have them lose their spot, because then the trees start going away and it can kind of mess with what your planned layout for your build is. So that's definitely very beneficial. And I also have it on 2x speed, so if the speed is a little off-putting to you, you can change it. I'm on fast speed, which is 2x. So whatever that timer in the upper right corner says, reduce that by half approximately, and that'll be how much actual time you spent on the map if you're playing on fast speed. Now, I'm going to go look at some of the other factions just to see that the different pantheons have different styles. The Norse one has this, it says Stonewall, but that does not look like stone. I mean, the bottom part does, but the upper part does not look like a stone wall. I'm just going to be 100% real with you. It's effectively a wood wall with a stone foundation, if anything. This one is Greek, I believe. Yep, Greek. And they're more stone. This one, I believe, is China, or the Chinese pantheon. And this is what their aesthetic looks like at the base level. Obviously, they're not doing anything, so you're not going to see. As you age up and advance to the next age, the building styles will change depending on some of the buildings. Obviously, it will vary. Stonewall. Wait, is this another Greek one? Nope, this is Gaia. So this is the Atlantean faction. This one, Susanoo. So this is Japanese pantheon right here. So basically, mine's a Matsuru. So this one is another Greek. This is the Egyptian one. There, as you can see, they have a different aesthetic. The walls, they look a little bit different. The walls at the highest tier will definitely look a lot different. I'm not sure about the China one because that one I haven't really touched at all. But yeah, so we're gonna take you. We're gonna go put you over here. And we're gonna take you. Oh, it would probably help if I were to start building farms, which I think I'll do outside the walls, to be honest. I'm just debating where I would want to open up the gates, because I have one gate open up here, one gate open up there. Okay, so they're done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it this way, so that way I can build it the way I want to and get the layout. There we go. That's because I'm lacking food. That's why I have not been able to upgrade. Once that starts getting up, then I should be able to do it. And here's the sentry towers. These are for like static defense. they definitely will change when you upgrade them. Some will upgrade automatically depending on the Pantheon. But let's zoom in. As you can see, it changed. And the way it's positioned changed as well. Because that looks like... Actually, I can't tell where the entrance is. Is it over here? Either that's the entrance or it's on another side. I think the entrance might have changed. They all seem to just change that way. Okay. I did not know they did it that way, but... It is what it is. You know what? I think I might put some of the houses out here. So I'm liking the way this looks. And now we can build some more villagers. Get them out there. There. Now we need to upgrade. I have the triple tech mod installed for this, which is another one that's pretty nice. It's pretty good for the economy. Like having your economy like get a lot of resources, like so you have less time spent just waiting for the resources to come in. We're gonna get this armory next because we need it for... I'm gonna put it like right there. We need it for the next age upgrade. If you hover over the big what do they call it? Roman numeral number in the upper middle part of the screen, it'll tell you what age you're in, what resources you need, and what you need. So an armory or market would suffice, apparently. I could have built the market instead of an armory. Now that I got that, though, I can upgrade once I have enough food, which I do now. If I remember correctly, there's really nothing that really benefits me here, so I'm just going to pick this one. Now, I can add more farms. Farms is one of the things that you can never really have. Oh, I mean, you can. Like, if you're playing a normal game, it will be different, but I meant more in the way I play it right now. The stress-free, just relaxing. At the end of the video, or not the end of the video, but at some point on, once I get the city kind of laid out a little bit better, I'm going to show you photo mode. This is something that I recently discovered. I knew it was in the game, but I didn't realize how much you can play around with it. Yeah, I'm not going to really touch that yet. Where is that? Okay, there we go. We're going to do it that way. That way... One of the things that I really like about this one is building the farms outside of the map on this, or out of the walls in this map. This is the arena map, and it's just a lot of fun. There we go. Build 15. I'm gonna get this one more row here. And now we have the castle that we can build. Not 100% sure where I will build this, although I'm thinking maybe out here. I mean, probably would build it in here somewhere. I'm not sure if you would really have a temple. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to have the temple. Oh wait, now that I got two of these out here, I can delete this one. That's just going to take up room. That was there just to get rid of the bushes. Let's grab a few more. And one more on this, and we should be good on the food. That should generate a consistent amount. Now I need to go look at the other resources. We're gonna want more trees over here. How many do we got on that? So we got 5. Question is, do I build? You know what? I'm gonna build another mine on the same one. Okay. Now I need to save up for the next stage. I gotta save 5,000 food, wood, and gold for a wonder. And you might be thinking, what use is the wonder? These over here are what we call myth units. And they're going to gain something when I actually do upgrade. Let's grab that like that. How many resources am I getting for that per minute? 900, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's enough. I'll build another one there. This could be like a mining area. Oh, that's actually kind of a good idea. Now the question is, where am I going to put the wonder? I could put the wonder like right around here, maybe. Because then I can put... I'm not sure how close the houses would be typically to these mines and resource camps. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to do it this way. There we go. That's out there. How much do we got on that? Okay. Are we done? Okay, we're done with that. That's the good. I think we're gonna go with the Ashura. If I remember correctly, that's the way I went the last time I did it. This one doesn't have a lot of focus on the economy like some other ones do. I'm not sure if where I'm gonna put the... I probably, like, ideally I probably want to get rid of these, all these deers inside your base, which right now it's not really affecting me, but typically I probably would have gotten rid of them. How much are you getting for wood? 1,000 a minute? Okay, you know what? We're gonna need a crap ton of villagers out of there once that's done, so I can speed up certain aspects. Now, where would I want to put the market? So what I'm going to show you real quick is these are the 4 myth units, like the base myth units right here. That's what you get. Let's zoom in. And with photo mode, depending on what faction or pantheon you're playing and which like myth units you choose, you can actually they get bigger once you go into the Wonder Age, which you need. Well, you don't need to do this, but I'm gonna build the Secrets of the Titan afterwards. We have enough for the beginning of the Wonder. Now this is the Wonder. And I'm debating on how I want to do this. Do I do it like this? Or do I do it like this? I don't know. So this is currently... how many? 9 villagers. Let's get rid of that so I can get the secrets of the Titan one done. I believe the last time I put it outside the base, but I think this time I'm going to put it right here. Typically in a game, you're going to probably want it back here. Like if you're playing it as an RTS versus a city builder. But this is a lot of fun. Like, look, we're basically 20 minutes in. And I'm just really enjoying myself right now. Once that wonder gets built, these guys will change. I want to quickly start on this, which normally I probably shouldn't build it in the base. So I'm gonna build it right there. Go build it over there. So we're at 7% for the wonder. The wonder is slower than the Titan, which is what is currently being built over here. And if we take a look, they're still not doing anything. They're still not doing anything. These guys over here are still not doing. Everyone's pretty much done. Like they're not going to build at all. So if you want to, as long as they're not on your team, which you can easily set that up to not be the case, you can just come over here and destroy their stuff with a Titan once you get to that point, and just take over that settlement. And maybe if you wanted to build this as like a little outpost, this is a little town over here, and then maybe have like some towns kind of put in the middle to do it. So as you can see, you got a pretty big map for it, and each map will vary. What are we at? So we're at 20% for the Titan now. And then once we get everything set up to some extent, I'm going to show, you know what, maybe I'll put the market here. Put the market like maybe like right there. Maybe with a watchtower like this, maybe? Maybe one over here. Okay, there we go. So you know what? We don't need that many on that. What do I want over here? You know what? Maybe I'll build another one of these. Yeah, let's do that. For just inside. So you have one, like, those are fortresses or castles. And they'll actually do stuff. Proves the damage in hack armor, make them more resistant to attacks from human soldiers. Okay. You know what? I gotta see if that upgrade actually changes the way it looks on the outside. So we're at 80% on the Titan, so that's almost done. And if you haven't seen this yet, this is a pretty cool Titan. Almost done. Nah, it doesn't look like it upgraded anything on the outside. There we go. Wait, that's another thing I forgot. I can upgrade this now. There we go. So this is a Titan. I'm gonna move it out here to have it next to the other myth units. As you can see, it's big, it's massive, has a lot more stats than the other ones do. And if we zoom in, looks pretty cool. So now go help that out. It's at 40% for the wonder. I'm just trying to think, what would I want to do? Maybe put a stable on the outside of the base. Whoops. Like that, maybe? I'm not sure where I would put a guardhouse. It would probably be in here somewhere. But you know what? Maybe for the sake of this, I'll just put it like right here. Right, 52%. So that's going to give me a little bit more time to kind of think about how I want this place to look. Honestly, you know what? Maybe having a few houses like this. Were the houses like alongside the farms, like here? Because I don't think they would be alongside the wall on the outside. So you know what? I'll do it like this. There we go. I want to see how that looks. Oh. A little bit of stuttering, probably due to the fact that I'm on the giant size map and I have 12. I think it's 12. No, maybe it'd be 8. Let me check. 4, 8. 8 out of the 12 spots occupied. There we go. Now with all the upgrades, it's 1,000 gold per minute, 1,200 wood per minute, and about 1,500 food per minute, and about 9 or 10 favor per minute. You know what? I'm gonna build some more of these. Probably don't need that many, unless I was gonna expand the farms out a little bit more. Oh wait, that's what I could do. I could probably put one of these out here. And maybe... I'm not sure if you would have, like, if they would be out here or around here. You know what? I'm going to put one back there. So we're at 90%. Well, 91%. We're going to zoom in. These are the myth units that I have. And once that hits 100%, that star right here, once that hits 100%, that means we're going to be in the Wonder Age. That'll change to, I think, a V. And there you go. They just got a lot bigger. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is I think... You know what? I might put this in here somewhere. Like this, maybe. And I think for this big guy, I think I'm going to have him kind of stand on the outside, kind of like a guardian. There we go. You could be out here. You can maybe be over there. Actually, you know what? To be honest, you can be over here. This guy can be over there. And maybe... That's what I could do. They could just be kind of like the guards for like the farms. And why I am saying this right now is because we're going to do something that I said we were going to do earlier in the video, and that is photo mode. First, however, I am going to save. Is that it? There we go. Overwrite that one. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's a lot larger map. And now we are going to click on this right here. It's called photo mode. And they have the instructions on the bottom, but if you want to toggle the UI, you just hit T on your keyboard or whatever button equivalent to it as if you're using a controller. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the controls. I'm going to start rotating. I gotta get used to it. So I think this is probably gonna look better. Oh, wrong way. Now it looks kind of weird, right? We're gonna lower the elevation so you don't see part of the black border of the map that you would typically see. I'm gonna hit T right now, and I'm gonna, as you can see, this looks a lot better. But it doesn't look quite as good. You have different lighting presets. So if you want sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime, you can change that. I'm gonna leave that on default for right now. And I'm going to look for one I personally really liked. So you have nighttime, change it to night. And that looks pretty good. You know, honestly, this is what is the, take a screenshot? It's a print screen. Okay, gotta make sure I hit the print screen because, you know, I might accidentally hit the button because it's where the button to stop recording is right around where that is. So now let's look for another one that I liked in the past. Was it, wait, what is 9.3? Okay, that's not the one I wanted, but I wanted to see what 9.3 was. Blue sky. What about 4? No, not feeling that. I believe Blue Sky 2 was pretty good, right? Yeah, that one's decent. Oh wait, let's put sunrise. No, not sunrise. Daytime. There we go. That looks a little bit better, but not the one. What does sunset look like here? Does that look good? Maybe I should try a different angle. Oh, maybe. Wait, was it E? There. That looks pretty good. Let's take a screenshot of that real quick. What other ones do we got? Let's go back to default. Let's look for the blue sky one. That looks pretty good. What about sunset 2? Ooh, sunset 2 looks pretty good. Let's see if it matches. What about the other? Oh, not sunrise. Okay, you know what? Let's look at sunrise. Oh, that looks pretty good. Print screen. So yeah, that looks pretty good. What other ones do we got? Desert. That's probably going to be more for the ones that actually have a desert. Because there are desert maps. There's a lot of different maps in general. So I have Cloudy Sky for Cloudy Sky 1. What does Storm look like? Okay, you know what? What one would be good for this one? Sunset, maybe? No. Night, maybe? Oh, that looks good. That looks cool. That looks honestly pretty. As you can see, I'm only using this one look, but if I was not like in recording, I would be looking at different angles. But this is honestly a lot of fun and very relaxing. What about Blue Sky 7? I already looked at that. What is Mount Fuji? Oh wow, that looks cool. What would that be? Sunset or sunrise? That looks. Wait a minute. Is that the Mount Fuji I see over there? What would it be, like this? Oh, okay. That changes things. Different perspective. I didn't think I was actually gonna change the perspective, but yeah, this is honestly a lot. That's kind of funny. The first time I tested this out, this was after the like the Mount Fuji in the past. I'd never seen the mountain. I must have been looking in the wrong direction. That's kind of funny. Is there stuff over there that are happening in other pictures, like Erebus maybe? What about Storm? Not as good. What about Olympus? Well, let me take a look. Wait, wrong one. Oh, there's the other people off in the distance. Oh, that could be really cool if you had like a, imagine this, if you had a like a little road out to this point over here, and there's like a village there, and then maybe like a village over here, and you had like little stuff set up. Oh, okay, that could be look really cool with this. But right now, I think that's enough experimentation for this. I'm gonna look take one last glance at all these different. Oh wait, Dream. What is it? Okay, Dream looks awesome. What do we need for that? We probably need Night. Oh, I can see that enemy in the other AI that's not doing anything in the background over there. Now, actually, I want to do one little thing. I want to look around. If we look up, okay. Like I said, I don't want to miss another Fuji. Okay, that's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. I'm gonna get back over here. Is that it though? Okay, I'll end on the day. I wonder if... Okay then. That is something I did not expect. How do I look down again? Okay, that looks interesting. It's a little odd. I don't know. I'm not doing that one. Will be down? Yeah, we're going to go back down here. Like that could be kind of... Wait, wrong one. And now. There. Actually, no, maybe... There we go. I think that's pretty good for... Yeah, we're gonna exit out of photo mode. I don't know how long I spent on there. As you can see, I was taking screenshots of that. But, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. And if you want to get your camera angle back to the way you had it before, like the default, go to the lower right part of the screen where it has an N with an arrow on top. Click on that, and it will set you back to where your default is. Actually, it already did put me back to default. That's good to know. But as you can see, a lot of fun, very chill, very relaxing, and yeah, if you enjoy it, let me know. If you've played around with this in the past, let me know. But that's pretty much it. If you made it this far, hit the like button. Until next time, see ya.